game every night on the Halos in the Infield Baseball Network.
Think about it. We'll get into everything that we're going to get into as we go along, but I got to rant real quick.
But why would you throw out an inexperienced pitcher in a game you're still close in? And I don't care what the record is, you show up for a fucking rivalry game. But he's actually talking to him constantly. That is a sign of a really, really good coach.
It's the ToddFox Post-Game Podcast with your host, ToddFox.
Because the only thing I want to yell is, fuck! Hey, welcome into another episode of the Halos in the Infield post-game show with your host, ToddFox. That is me on the Halos in the Infield network. And first and foremost, 714-TICKETS, 714-TICKETS. 714-TICKETS can get you into any place, concert, event, whatever. The price you see is the price you get. No hidden fees, excellent customer service. All you have to do is type in HITI in the box right there, that checkout, and you get 10% off automatically over and over and over. Thanks to Halos in the Infield moving forward. And Noble L works. If you want beer discounts and drink discounts, go over there and mention Halos in the Infield and you automatically get your $10 off. Basically, your $1 off of any pint and 2-for-1 specials, 2-for-9 specials, all that jazz. So as we check in tonight on what is a whatever Wednesday, the Angels can't avoid the sweep and take a loss again to the San Diego Padres, to, again, a fan base that is not like the Dodger fan base that we're going to venture into on Friday. This fan base is generally pretty respectful and nice. I've never had anything bad to say about San Diego. I joke around and say F San Diego with the sound bites and stuff like that, say Wells vagina, and the whole 9 yards. But when it comes down to it, the Padres have never been a thorn in our side. If anything, we root for them when they play the Dodgers so that they could lose or that they could beat the Dodgers and embarrass them like they did in the postseason, as they haven't been able to tackle them much during the regular season, especially this year as well. With that being said, they didn't help us out. We didn't help ourselves. The Padres have been a struggling team. We talked about the Mets, the Padres, and the Seattle Mariners being the most disappointing teams this season. However, boy, have things changed. If you think about it in the last few games, as far as with the MLB, the only team that really hasn't gone anywhere or turned things around is the New York Mets. Now, real quickly on the standings, and why would I bring up the standings, you may ask? Well, let's just check it out real quick. The Angels now, if Seattle can't come back against the San Francisco Giants, will only be one game back. They are at 500. They've won 4 in a row. If they do come back tonight, they will go to 43-42 and be tied with us in both the wild card and in the divisions, just 7 games out. Now, I knew this team was going to come back at some point. Right when I started to give up on them, they started to win. And now, also, I want to tell all you people out there that were doubting my takes about the Texas Rangers, thinking they were going to run away with a division. Well, look at them now. They're 51-36, lost again today. Houston's magically 8-2 in their last 10, and guess what? They're only 2 games out of actually, they're a game up in the wild card and 2 games back of first place Texas. So again, another night, another day passes where the Angels could have gained yet another game on Texas. Let's just say they win this series and they win 2 out of 3, maybe lose the game where Texas lost one of those games or something, or maybe they even, let's just say they win 2 games. They'd be only 5 games back right now of the Texas Rangers. Instead, we're still stuck at 7. We're only 45-44. If you look at the other, like I said, the other teams that have woken up all of a sudden, you got Seattle waking up. Let's see, over in the National League, you have the San Diego Padres who are waking up thanks to us. Winners of 3 in a row. They're 9.5 out, but 6 games out of the wild card. They still got a way to go. But guess what? I mean, there's still time for those type teams. Is there time for us with all the things that have gone on? Mike Trout's, haymate or whatever that's called, is now going to be costing him 4 to 6, maybe even 8 weeks in the on the IL. But what does that matter? He was coming around, and oh my goodness. Well, you know what? Here's my take again. Like I said last night, all that load management bullshit, inside sources have told us before, and we kind of sat on it, or we've kind of mentioned it, or we kind of said it. Early on in the season, Artie Moreno got mad at Perry Manassian, and he got mad at him for dealing a blow to the manager's ego, or at least meddling too much, telling Nevin how to run the bullpen. So if you're able to take what Sam Blum and a few others said, and in our inside sources and everything, that the argument took place in late April, early May, Manassian was told to back off, to let Nevin manage the way he's going to manage. Well, what has happened since that time period? Yeah, the Angels were hot for a little bit, had a little streak here and there, but they still couldn't score runners in scoring position. He's been told lately to do stuff with Moniak, let him start, especially with Trout being down, Adele coming up and things like that. Start the young kids, blah, blah, sit out. For the most part, he sat out most of the outs except Squid today. But basically, what we all thought was a Perry Manassian, hey, load management bullshit thing, well, guess what? It's a Nevin thing. It's a Nevin thing. It's a Wise thing. And then the Thames thing is be aggressive in the box. Swing the first 2 pitches if they're close. So don't be taking pitches. Don't be working walks. And it's almost frowned upon to bunt. And I would have to say, as much as I hate Andrew Velasquez, because I'd rather take Rendon for 15 games a year and have him on the IL the other 147 games of the season than have to deal with Squid being in the lineup 10 times all year. I can't stand Squid, or even once. But you know what he did tonight? He bunted. He got a sacrifice. He moved the runner over. That's some shit that other players should be doing, and I feel that's the only reason why that dumbass is still on the team. But when it comes down to it, finding out these things about the managers and the hitting coaches and the things like that, and the philosophy. The other comment that I didn't even get into the other night is when he was asked a question, why didn't he bring in a rookie in a 2-run game when it was 4-2 in game 1 of this series? Philosophy literally said, and I quote, "I don't chase wins." Then what are you fucking doing? You're a manager. You chase wins. If you're down 9-1, you do what you can to come back. Phil Nevin is essentially saying, I'm throwing in the towel. We can't score runs. It's on our freaking, let's move on to the next day. I mean, come on. Think about it tonight. It was 5-3. Let's just say Davinsky gives up another run. He's thrown in loop. But you see what happened tonight. I haven't even gotten into what happened to the game. The seesaw battle, back and forth, everything else like that. Let me get into it, but let me finish this comment first. I can't stand this coaching staff. I can't stand the way that we've been hit with injuries. That's fine. Every team gets hit with injuries. We should be used to this being Angel fans. But one more thing, I'm going to take a stab at Nevin before we talk. And Wayne Randazzo, because he's been so conditioned to what the Angels do with load management. Did you hear how shocked he was when Hader came out for the 3rd straight night? Oh my God, his arm's going to fall off. Oh, it must be because he had 10 days off before that. No, stupid. He can pitch. He's a bullpen pitcher. He's done it before in his career. When Milwaukee needed him to get to the playoffs, bro pitched 5 out of 6 days. He's a gamer. He's what we call a bullpen pitcher. When called upon, you're used. You're not a starting pitcher where you need 5 days off. That's what bullpen arms are for. Yet dumbass Nevin and the rest of this organization is just making excuses and like, oh, we got to rest Estevez. He pitched yesterday, threw 7 pitches. Oh my God, he's got to be tired. Well, I laugh at that shit, and I hope everyone else saw that. Just watch how these pitchers are used for other teams and compare it to our dumbasses. Because no matter what the offense has done, on occasion not showing up, we have lost a lot of games because dumbass Nevin throws in loop Tucker Davidson, a rookie, in a close game that just pushes the game away from us. It's so stupid. It is so stupid. It didn't particularly happen tonight, and it wasn't the reason that we lost tonight, but I'm bringing that up for a reason because you guys, if you haven't been noticing, pitchers can pitch back-to-back and sometimes back-to-back-to-back. And I'm pretty sure Hader's going to be fine. I don't think he needs a stint on the IL. He'll be fine. Trust me. If they need him tomorrow, he might even play. But they have a competent coach sort of over there in Doug Melvin. So I don't push it by him. Now let's get into what happened in the game, though, tonight. Enough about my rant on what's wrong with his fucking team. But let's talk about what happened in the game, because I'm sure you have a lot of comments on this one. The Angels go down tonight 5-3, actually. And this one, they had 3 runs, 6 hits. So, again, they out-hit their opponent but lose. San Diego scores 5 runs on 5 hits. Very effective right there. A throwing error by Patrick Sandoval on a pickoff attempt, and that gave away a run in the first inning. You had the bases loaded. If you wait 2 pitches, you get the third out. No run scores. Instead, he throws it into center field because Squid is too small, and it's a terrible throw. It's 1-0 San Diego. Then Luis Renifo on a ground ball to the right side scores Renfroe. Another problem I had with this play, if you noticed, there are 2 outs, right? Whenever there's any kind of contact, you put your head down and you run hard. And then you kind of glimpse halfway through, if not 3/4 through, on your way to third, whether to stop or keep going. The ball was not completely, look, even if the ball goes completely into Tatis's hand, why is Hasselman slowing down Renfroe? There's 2 fucking outs. Go home. With the way this team can't hit with 2 hits, why are you stopping him? He stops him, then Tatis bobbles the ball. Because by the time Renfroe touches third, Tatis is barely getting to the ball. Then he bobbles the ball. Then Renfroe comes home and still almost gets thrown out. Hasselman is a dumbass. 1-1, they scored despite that. Then a Joe Adele doubles on a ground ball. Moniak scores. It's 2-1. You're feeling good for all of 3 minutes after the Whopper commercial. Machado then singles on to right side, scoring Kim. It's 2-2. Machado then homers to make it 3-2 in the bottom of the 6th. Matt Thaiss hits a long fly ball into right field. Yeah, Nevin, did you say that, Nevin? Home run right there, ties it at 3. Then Xander Bogaerts. With the bases loaded several times in this game, and you saw it earlier in the game, Patrick Sandoval really didn't pitch his best game. But what Patrick Sandoval was doing right was keeping the ball down. Was he getting squeezed on some calls? Yeah, by the home plate umpire a little bit. So a little bit for the opponent. I thought he had a bigger strike zone for the Padres, but this was definitely one of those nights where the Angels are fighting 10 players on the field, including the umpire. But it really reared its ugly head in the bottom of the 7th inning. You had the bases loaded. You already had 2 walks that were really close on borderline pitches, except the ball 3, whatever. But it was the ground ball he induced that, should have been strike 3. Nevin came out there, got his 5 minutes worth of arguing, got thrown out, and, he has no other passion in the dugout, so I don't really give him any credit for that. Any manager with a pulse should have been out there arguing. But anyway, ground ball by Xander Bogaerts. Webb only had 1 play. There's no way he would have thrown out, Tatis at first. So I take that play. 2 outs right there. And then he proceeds to walk another base runner and allow another run to come in. That effectively was your game. Because there's no way they were going to come in on Josh Hader, who's been pitching really good, and get some runs back. And this team doesn't do that. So again, I'm not going to blame this one on the bullpen. I'm not going to say it was the inability to throw strikes. Those pitches were there in the zone all day. You heard Wayne Randazzo and Gooby arguing about it the entire time. Well, mostly Wayne. Wayne was like, I can't believe that. That was a strike on the last time. That should have been right where it was for the Angels. I don't get it. Hold on, let's go to commercial.
Whopper, 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 Junior, Double, Triple, Whopper, Flame Grill taste with perfect toppers. I rule this day.
Next batter's Croningworth right now. Let's see if he can get him. Hold on, let's go to a commercial. Hey, I wish Snoop Dogg would be in the studio with us so we could talk about the big $14 meal right there with a brownie. I can go for a brownie. Hey guys, do you know it's Shohei Ohtani's birthday? I wonder how old Shohei is. I got to go down and ask him on Gooby Tuesday. Hey, Gooby, you think he's going to get a home run tonight? Hey, Gooby, it's his birthday today, but he's 0 for 4 groundouts. Didn't do much tonight, but Shohei Ohtani. Oh, wait a minute. We got to go to commercial.
Whopper, 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 Junior Double.
that's just what we do. That's just what we do. So let's get back to the game right now, and the new look offense now for the Angels. Woo. 1 for 4 Moniak tonight. Escobar was 0 for 4, but I still like the fact that he does work counts. So he just missed a couple pitches right there. I'm going to give Escobar the benefit of the doubt, but I do like the fact that someone else with contact is batting second for once. So Moniak Escobar, I'm good with that. Ohtani went 0 for 4, as we mentioned. Adele went 1 for 4, got the double. He did the 2 strikeouts. Moustakas is not the answer. Moustakas is not the answer. I hope Rendon goes on the IL. We can move this guy to third, put Renfroe back in right, and try to put somebody like, I don't know, Cabbage at first. Then you got Renfroe went 1 for 4 tonight. Theis had the solo shot. Renifo got a hit. Velasquez somehow got a single right there. I mean, so I don't know. Sandoval, 5 innings pitched. Here's the problem. He had 5 strikeouts, 2 runs, 2 hits, but 4 walks. And he got into a lot of 3-ball 2 counts. So I don't know, man. I don't know about that. He's got to stay in the zone. Part of that was the umpire. Maybe he could have gone 6 if he wasn't squeezed so much. But also part of it was just him not finding the strike zone. Soriano, innings pitched, he gave up a home run to Machado right there, 2 strikeouts. Brandon Webb gave up the run. He had 3 walks, and most of that was because of the umpire. Also, 3 walks for Davinsky. So, again, the umpire came back to screw us over, and that was Jerry Lane, one of the oldest motherfuckers in the game. Despite all them walks, 2 hours and 30 minutes was the time of your game, and another 43,000. So, another sellout saw the Angels lose again. So it sucks. It really sucks how they lost tonight. A sweep right there. Again, we are 7 games out in the standings. Texas lost again, and Houston's right behind them. Now Seattle's right behind us. And depending on what happens tonight with Seattle, they could be tied with us. And we could be sitting – oh, actually, no, they lost tonight. So they stay a game behind us. The Giants got the win tonight to make it 2-1 or 2-0. So they actually stay a half game back or a game back. I didn't see they adjusted standings as the Giants actually manned up and got a victory right there. So, yeah, they are 8 games out at 42 and 43. They were trying to go over 500 for the first time in a very, very long time. So Jerry Lane gave us the loss tonight. He gets the victory in relief for the Padres. If you want to look at Padres hitters, Tatis had 3 hits, Machado had 2 hits, and 3 RBIs. Let's just go over to the awards real quick. If you need to get right against anybody, get right against the Angels. And the Dodgers have been scuffling. I think they're losing again tonight. The Pirates, I think, are either going to take 2 of 3, or if they go on to win tonight, or 3 of 4, I don't know. But the Dodgers have been scuffling still, and they're still not right. They've got injuries. They got players underperforming as well, and so it seems like we're in the same boat. The only problem is, though, they got way better prospects. They got way better coaching until they get to the postseason. So Dave Roberts is much like Kershaw, where they're excellent during the regular season, but when it comes to the postseason, they all crap the bed. So with that being said, again, one other thing I want to get off my chest. Well, let me just get to the awards. I'll finish the awards first, and I got something to get over my head off my chest before I read the comments. So the winner of the Stamos will be Manny Machado, everyone's favorite because he's so nice. 2 hits, 3 at bats, including the home run, and he also had 2 walks, raising his average to 258. So these guys haven't been world beaters either. They really haven't. Also, the Nacho Night Award tonight, I could give it to an Angel. I want to give it to an Angel. I want to give it to Squid. And I would say just because it's his birthday. Wait, what? What were you saying? Oh, Bally's wants to chip in because I mentioned Ohtani's birthday. I literally can't say the O word without, getting the song. So anyway, I'm not going to give it to Otani for the the nacho night. I'm going to give it to somebody else.
All the cheese, all the refried beans, all the onion and tomato and the guacamole, all the beef and jalapeno and the sour cream, all the nachos.
Well, the umpire, Jerry Lane, will get the Nacho Night Award because this is not the first time it's happened to us. There's been plenty of times this season where the replays have gone against us to cost us games. There's been terrible calls at home plate by the umpires, and Jerry Lane just fell right into that again tonight. Jerry Lane was calling all these pitches that were not just borderline. They were in the black on the zone and called balls. So, yes, they lost this one tonight, or he helped us. He contributed to our loss tonight. Now, I'm not going to put the umpire. I'll never say I'll just say this when it comes to football too, for me. If we lose a close game and the refs cost us, I say, hey, you know what? We should have never put ourselves in that situation. Well, again, in baseball, it's going to be the same thing. We should have never put ourselves in that situation. If we handle our business, if we score runs, that doesn't really cost us too much. But only scoring 3 runs again against the team that's struggling, against a spot starter, we deserve to see what we got. And when the umpires decide to make themselves bigger than the game, this is what you get. So, again, you're putting yourself in that situation. There you are. But he still gets credit for the nacho night because he was I would have loved to throw in a full plate of nachos in his face. I'm glad Nevin got his 2 minutes worth of yelling at him, but in the end, what good does that do? Now, there's one other thing I want to talk about, and that is the irrelevance of one irrelevant network. Not this network, not another network that we rival or anything else like that. Nothing to do with Instagram. But let's talk about the elephant in the room, the 4-letter word, that is ESPN. They have been a sinking ship for some time, and I am enjoying all the layoffs that they are having. They stupidly signed Pat McAfee, ruined his career because now he's going to be not able to say what he wants to say. It's going to be all Disney woke stuff. So with that trash out of the way, let me get to the guy who pissed me off today. Someone who should have been fired or at least suspended, Stephen A. Smith from last year. When this guy barely knows and just name drops and pretends like he's in the NBA inner circle, okay, fine, you want to talk about the NBA, go ahead, be my guest, stay out of the MLB, and when you give your football takes, it's hot garbage. Nobody likes you when you talk other sports. All you do is yell into a microphone. And all you do when someone debates you with something good, you yell louder than them. Just because you're louder doesn't give you the right to feel that you're right or feel that your takes are better just because you scream and yell. He's an outlandish, just race baiter. He's a piece of garbage in my opinion. And he was as racist as hell last year, just like Cox in the outfield, when he's over there saying Shohei Ohtani could not be the face of the MLB because Shohei Ohtani doesn't speak English. Does he not do his homework and not hear what we hear? Shohei can talk English. He's done commercials in English. He can talk in English and 2 other languages. So again, idiot, moron, doesn't do his homework. Why is he on TV? Should have been suspended, doesn't get suspended. Fine, we let that go. He doesn't talk about the Angels. We don't care about him, right? Fast forward to this morning. On their little show that's somehow still on the network, dumbass comes on again and says, I'm driving by Anaheim Stadium. And yeah, it's a nice stadium, but they are irrelevant. They don't matter. Blah, blah, blah. Talking about Ohtani. I wish him the best. All of a sudden, you wish him the best. When you said that he can't be the face of Major League Baseball, did you come out with a sincere apology? No, you didn't. You doubled down on your stupid-ass take from last year. And now you have the balls to call his team, the one he's currently on, and our team trash and irrelevant. Bro, you're a Knicks fan. When has the Knicks ever been relevant? Even with Patrick Ewing. That's been as long as when I was in high school. You can't fucking talk about shit. You're a Knicks fan. Right there, that cancels any kind of credit that you have. So shut the hell up. You're talking about a franchise who hasn't won a championship since Phil Jackson was a player, not even a coach, a player. So that kind of crap pisses me off. All these guys that come on these shows whether it's Skip Bayless, who's another piece of trash, and all these other guys who just, all it is to get guys like me and everyone else on social media hyped up and pissed off because that pushes their ratings. Shannon Sharp, same thing. These fools don't know sports for crap. It's like Kwame Brown said, and I like Kwame Brown because he's real. He's like, I don't talk on football. I never played the game. I don't talk about baseball. I never played the game. He's like, I talk NBA, yet these guys who never played the sport act like they know the sport. You could say certain things and critique it, he said, but when you start acting like you've been there, done that, get the hell off the radio and the waves and the TV. I agree. Because there's only certain things I can say. I can never go out there and say, well, I played the game, but at a level not close to these major leaguers. So that X's me out on certain things I could say. I can give you my fans' perspective, and I could tell you what I feel about the team, what the Angels need to do and everything. Does it mean I'm right? No. It's my opinion. But I'm never going to, say the things that they've said on their networks and to say it how they say it so freely on a bigger stage. It's one thing for me to say it on a YouTube stage with no sponsors or just our local sponsors and things like that and get my takes off. But it's another thing to go completely off the rails and go race and all this other stuff and then take shots on an organization in a sport you don't even know. Because right now I can't, look, as much as I think I know about the NBA, I can't tell you anything regular about what's happened the last 5 years because I haven't watched. If you want to talk 90s and early 2000s basketball up until Kobe retired, then I could rap with you. But I can't go beyond that. I don't know the sport right now. So why is a guy who professes to only know basketball and when you've seen in his resume, he knows shit about anything else? Why are you having the balls to come on network television and talk about the Angels? You're irrelevant, Stephen A. And I bet your ass is going to be in the unemployment line pretty soon, just like everyone else on that dying network. So I had to get that off my mind. I can't stand that guy, bro. When that started flashing through my feed and people were messaging me and tagging our page, that pissed me off, dude. That fool should have learned his lesson from last year. And you know what? A lot of Angel fans, credit to you guys, have been blowing his Twitter up, and a lot of other fans have been, because again, all he's doing is putting a target on Angel fans' backs as a joke because he has that huge platform. All it's doing is letting everyone else say, I knew it. They're wasting Trout's career. Now they're wasting Ohtani. Ha, ha, ha. Let me tag Angel friend here. Let me tag Angel friend there. That's how, again, his voice can cause damage. And it's emotional damage, right? It's a fan thing. You're talking shit. But again, I would take that if it was a baseball commentator from the MLB network, a former player, stuff like that. I'd be like, you know what? It is what it is. But Stephen A. has no right to say that shit. Again, Steve Lee's told me, well, it is true. We are irrelevant right now. Facts are facts. Yeah, they may be cold, hard facts. I guarantee you someone put that in his notes. He doesn't know shit about baseball. Again, give me any other baseball player coming on the MLB network, on ESPN that's actually a baseball analyst, or anyone else, fine, I'll take it. I don't care race, creed, or color. I don't care. As long as you have experience and you know the game and you follow the game, you cover the game, go for it. As long as you're respectful, right? Even if they say the same stupid trash that he said. But he has no right because he's not an MLB guy. And you just trashed Ohtani last year and didn't apologize. So I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. Especially from him. He's a turd. Even if Skip Bayless is it, Skip doesn't follow baseball either. Shannon Sharp, same thing. All these talking heads don't do that. Had to get that off my chest, dude. I almost wanted to give him the Stamos, but I don't want to put him on the same podium or platform that the Angels have. Can't stand that guy, dude. What a piece of shit. All right, so let's get into the comments. Sorry, I had to rant. Let's see. Bilksy says, first, I'm sick to my stomach. Vince says, what a sweep loss. Oh, jeez. I think we don't even have any of this going for us.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there.
It's more of,
Oh,
We suck again.
Let's see. Also, Christopher says, not surprised. 1 game above 500. Hunter says, depressed. Todd, 3 down, 2 to go. Then hopefully Nevin gets his walking papers. Caesar, if you call this, you're Nostradamus right here, because if you guys don't know, Caesar called this a few days ago before the series started. He says, I think if San Diego gets sweeps us and the Dodgers beat us, he goes, I think Nevin doesn't survive the All-Star break. Woo, he's only 2 losses away, man, and I hate saying it, but damn. Home plate umpire Jerry sucked to ass tonight, must retire. Sandoval didn't help with his shitty throw to second. Exactly. Jack Chandler says pulling Sandoval was a bad move. Well, when have we known a winning move by Nevin to make in the bullpen?
Wow, winning.
It doesn't happen. Usually when he goes out to the mound, it's
what the hell is going on?
And here's the thing, too. How about in those innings where they were struggling throwing balls and strikes? Yeah, he sent Wise out there once, but I don't think for Davinsky, if I remember right. Maybe you guys can figure or refresh my memory, but I don't think anyone came out there to help Davinsky when he was struggling out there. They were more like,
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Eric Ward says Nevin should stop getting tossed from games and save his anger for how shitty this team is playing. Yeah, I would love for him to use some of that anger in the freaking dugout or in the freaking clubhouse. The chair says trash. Demetrio says how I feel. I don't care. Caesar says, was I drunk or did the Angels bunt? You might have been a little drunk. I can't speak for how you were consciously there, but they did get a bunt, which actually advanced a runner. Hi, I'm home plate umpire Jerry Lane. I'd like to cost teams games with blatant idiocy. Also, as Jerry Lane, I say fuck the Angels. You deserve to lose. The chair says I'm so close to selling all my Angels stuff. Oh, don't do that. We don't need to lose more fans here. Nevin should not be managing this team. I totally agree. Adrian right there. I really don't like him right now. Way too early for phone calls. We'll get a phone call here soon. When we come through here, it's way too early for phone calls. Brad is B says, fucking bullshit, man. I'm feeling like how I usually do before every All-Star break every damn year. And you know what? That's what sucks too, because again, usually we're at the All-Star break and then, it starts to get on a downward spiral right after the All-Star break because we seem to get a winning streak going. And then all of a sudden when we get to the All-Star break, it takes all the momentum away. So that's usually what happens. They slip and falling. We got to get up. Eric Ward says, and why the fuck is Squid starting? I have no idea. Easy out Escobar looked awful tonight. Bilksy said he did miss a couple pitches. I get it, but yeah, they're not really fitting in. It's time to go with a youth movement. Mustakis struggled tonight. He sure did. Balls, and umpires costing us games.
Tonight, it's time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and
umpires costing us games. So there we go. And I think Raj has this to say to everybody.
John Stamos choked on me.
Also, Tony C says the home plate umpire cost us this game and bring up Cabbage and Murphy. Nevin needs to go. Give it to reins to Benji and ask Kingfish to be your hitting coach, Percy to be our pitching coach. I would take Erstad or anyone from those 2002 teams. Blame the umpire all you want. Our offense just ain't there. Exactly. Balls, and Phil Nevin because he deserves him some balls.
I was pretty cocky.
I want balls and
Phil Nevin. Nevin pulled Sandy after 5 innings and less than 90 pitches. That's right. That there cost us the game. You don't tax the bullpen when you don't have to. Total asshat move. Exactly. He does not know how to run this. And again, like I said in my opening monologue, this is a guy who we all thought it was Perry doing this shit. It's Nevin. It has been confirmed. It is Nevin. This is baseball hell the last few years. This season starts tomorrow. Wait a minute. You're saying the season starts tomorrow?
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight. If you're a so-called Angel fan, if you're a Halo honk for life like me, then shut up.
Whoa, man, he's pretty pissed off. Also, Wallach should never get another at-bat. Exactly. He's awful. He's like 0 for 25. Angels are cursed. I was 4 years old when we won the World Series. Brad is beast. I was holding my daughter when at 1 year old when we won the World Series. So, yeah. I was in attendance. I'm so glad we lost. Now we can trade Ohtani so the Angels fans can be happy. Eric says, hey, sir, how you doing? I don't chase new Angels merch because they suck. Nats let's see. Nate Hustle says, yeah, I can't stand the rotation of pitchers. Too many fucking pitchers on this team. By the way, not enough hitters, man. Exactly. The season starts Friday when we play the Doyers. I think it starts tomorrow.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Load management is for pussies and losers, Eric Ward says. Grillmaster says it's also so stupid when we get umpires being dumbasses, but that's every game seemingly. It's not really every game. It just feels like it, man. Right now, they are. Dumbass! Also, Phil's Nevin's got his head stuck up so far up his own ass. Don says this is over. This team isn't built for winning, plain and simple. Dodgers will easily sweep the Angels. Even the Dodgers ain't shit either. They struggling to fuck with the Pirates. And exactly, this might mean again that Nevin's is going to be fired because this will be 10 if they get swept by the Dodgers. They will have lost 10 straight games to the Dodgers. That I can't stomach that. I'll fire him myself. Renfroe needs to go. I'm not sorry right there. Nate Hustles. Okay. At least got tennis. Laugh out loud. Wimbledon is on. Oh, my God. Don't forget the WNBA. There's a bunch of horses running around with that. So.
Yes! Yes! Oh, yeah! Can you feel that, buddy? Huh? I have exercise
the demons. All right, let's see. Also, no heart. Nevin's got to go. Kroomskar says Angels will lose both against the Dodgers and be under 500 at the All-Star break. Then Houston will put them out of their misery with a sweep and an 8-game losing streak. Wow, and I can't sit here and tell you, hey, you're wrong there, guys, because guess what? Shohei Ohtani's pitching right after the break. And you know what that means. And then, by the way, have you guys checked out the Munchie Mill by Snoop Dogg? I hope he comes into the booth with us in Anaheim. Hey, let's take a break right now. The Angels just went 1-2-3 on 5 pitches.
Whopper, 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 Junior, Double, Triple, Whopper, Flame Grill taste with perfect toppers. I rule this day.
At BK. Infinite One says we should be able to challenge a strike 3 call on an automatic review like football with touchdowns. It might get that way when we get robotic umpires. I can sense this team is defeated, MT. I feel it too. I don't think that our offense puts it in the hands of the umpire. Jameson says this team has to be the sellers if they care about the real fans. It's time to get younger and look to the future. And if you saw the show yesterday, that's exactly what I said. You got to get something for Ohtani, else he's going to walk anyway. And again, Farty will not put no money back into this team. You mark my words. He leaves. You got to get younger. I mean, I'm to the point where I'm like, let's start over completely and let's lose Trout. Let's lose Ohtani and let's find someone that, look, again, if you want to give me like Craig Kimbrell, if the Dodgers had Craig Kimbrell or someone that's washed up, I'll take him if you take Rendon's contract and you can have Ohtani. Rent him for the rest of the year for just a bucket of balls and whatever sorry player you want to get rid of. I'll take that because then, fine, if Artie's going to use at least some of that to reinvest into the team, then I'm good because I don't think we're going to pull the prospects we would have trading Ohtani. And if you give me an opportunity to either get a couple good prospects and get rid of or get rid of Rendon, I'm saying get rid of Rendon. I'm just tired of that guy. I'm over him. What a shitty series, Marty says. Seems like I haven't been haven't seen Carlos Estevez in a while. That's because we don't win, and he's on load management. R. Martinez. Brad S. B says we haven't had no reason for him to come in. Laugh out loud. We suck ass. Yolanda checks in with I'm at a complete loss with this team. No leadership, no drive, no hustle, no heart. I'm over it. And I think that's a really, really good comment because I think a lot of people can follow you, Yolanda, on that one. Jim says, on the bright side, you and I will still be able to fish the closing week of the California Eastern Sierra. Trout, no playoffs, no cruise for Steve. Hey, the boys are free. Also, $14. What the fuck? The chair says, I have a feeling Nevin's ejection had nothing to do with the strike zone. He was probably trying to wake up his ball club and doing a shitty job of it. Fire Nevin and clean house. October is wide open, Jim. It sure is. That Bally's theme needs to die. Demetrius says, every time you start mocking the TV guys and Gooby, I start laughing. Caesar says, why the hell do you pitch hit for Theis? Let him go against the lefties because we're stupid. Caesar, we're stupid. It's like everyone was like, the Halo honks were like, hey, Nevin knows what he's talking about. We need to rest Moniak because he's A, tired, and B, he can't hit lefties. But when you think about it, he had an 0 for 33 in Philly. So he really hasn't faced any kind of guys since he was in Philly days. And we all remember when he was in Philly, he was their Adele. They gave up on him. He comes over here to Anaheim. He's hitting against righties, something he didn't do in Philly. He's taking pitches, he's walking, all those things he didn't do in Philly. And yes, he's only had 9 at-bats against left-handed hitters. Yes, he was 0 for 9, but he didn't look miserable in those at-bats. But yet, Nevin's like, nope, can't do it. Nope, it's philosophy. Keep him out. Nah, hey. Goodbye, Ohtani. So Ohtani will be gone as Alex thinks right here. I think so too. Mustak ass needs to be hitting is not hitting right now anymore. Jacob checks in with fuck. Don Hammond says Gooby is hunky ass commentator. MFer always act like shit is peaches and cream. Why is he always okay with the shit? No other commentator is like that, man. Well, you know what he also does, and I love him. I love Gooby. Trust me, I do. But he's been too honkish this year, and he'll come off and he'll be like, "Well, we got a guy on right now. We just need a home run right now. Renifo has 3 home runs in 1,055 at bats, so he's due for a home run right now." And I tell you right now, what I'm due for is a munchie meal with that brownie. Lakers fan Japan says some Angels fans bandwagon San Diego and it's a second team, but fuck them. Nobody likable there, but I hate the Dodgers more, I guess. And I always have to pick the Padres over the Dodgers. And that's the thing. I know a lot of fans who have jumped that ship, and they will now, second half of the season, put on their Padre gear. First 3 hits of the season, Joe Adele was a home run, triple, and a double. Great start for Adele. Adele also made a great catch in left field. Hopefully Nevin will let him play every day. I agree, Angels Grandma. I mean, he made a catch that probably Ward doesn't make because his big ears get in the way. I really, really liked Adele the last couple games we've seen him. Can we get him Can we give Moustakas back? But maybe. I hope the Padres go on a hot streak so they overtake the Doyers. Lakers fan says Cabbage has 23 home runs and 22 stolen bases. Bring his ass up. He should be up. Kroomskar says, good night, all. Have a good night, Kroomskar. Nate Hustle says, I'm starting to get on board with the letting Ohtani go, also Rendon, and maybe Trout to restart. Well, that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling. And you'll see on Miami Marlins because, again, look at these teams that actually let their GMs do their thing. And they're actually back in the limelight like Cincinnati. You could look at Miami's ownership, they suck. Look at the Cincinnati ownership, they suck. But you know what they've done? They've let their they said, here's what you got to play with. Here's what you can do. And the general managers use their minds and their scouting department and their drafting and everything else, put the right coaches in play. Now, all of a sudden, you got 2 really good coaches. Bell's worked out there in Cincinnati, and you got, I think it's Schumacher down in freaking Miami. So you got the good coaching on both sides. You got the young kids up, and they're like, hey, let's let them play. And then Miami went a step forward and said, we already got good pitching. Let's add Soler. Let's add this guy. And guess what? That's all you need. You don't need these or you don't need these $300 million players. I'm tired of the $300 million 10-year contracts that don't work out. We can get by with $60 million contracts with a guy here, a guy there, a guy there. Contact guys that aren't just swing and miss dudes. And guess what? You can win games like that. It's not all about having the shiniest toy. Look what happened with Atlanta getting to the World Series with all their guys out. They went out and traded and got the players they needed. It's happened before. Baltimore's built from within. I'd rather have that than go out and just try to get free agent after free agent and fill the void and no chemistry. Because, again, if you would have did any kind of homework and understood Rendon and did a football kind of evaluation on Rendon, you'd be like, okay, this guy doesn't care about the fans, doesn't care about baseball, doesn't watch baseball in the offseason or when his team's eliminated, is playing this game as a job only. Yeah, I don't want that guy. Not a leader. Yeah, I don't want that guy. Should have evaluated Trout the same way. Not that he's anything that Rendon is, but he's not a leader. If you were looking for Trout to be a leader, you didn't get it. We don't have it. We suck more Grizzlies than Joey Chisley's the Joey Chestnut. Oh, it's your boy says we're starting to get into the season where the entire long stretch of mediocre losing play. Shake my head. Angels tied with Boston now. Aha, Alex says. Jerry Lane at the home plate umpire is a douche. I'll agree with that. Of course, we can get underperforming team, get hot while we start to sputter. I knew that was possible. Yeah, we never stomp on other teams. They stomp on us. Have you seen the old people on Twitter joke where Angel fans are switching to fake to be old? It's funny as hell. I haven't seen that one, but if you can message me, I'd like to see that. Dodgers are winning now. Oh, that's just better news, Alex. They pretend to be old and super positive. Well, that's the AM 830 side. Our season is hanging out by the shoe thread. Ryan says 0 for 10 with at the plate with 5 earned runs on the mound. A big Nacho series for no-show. Yeah, no-show did not show up tonight. Dodgers are up. That's great. Just booked Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone Top Gun last week of October. Pretty good odds I'm going to be free. Let's see. I'm in Zimbabwe, Mr. Moves. Is that true? Padres suck too. They do this shit to the Angels, but will get their asses kicked by whoever that they're playing next. Andrew says, wasn't this the first time Ohtani has gone hitless 3 straight games in a calendar season? Yes, it is, Andrew, but how dare you? You know why? It was his birthday today. Yeah, it was his birthday, so you can't really fault him for that.
How dare you?
Also, he says 0 for 4 celebrating his birthday with the disastrous of a performance. I can't stand them. Don Hammond says umpires suck ass balls and Savage Garden. Balls and Savage Garden.
I was pretty cocky. I want balls and John Stamos.
It's Savage Garden. Wait a minute, I got another song from that guy right here.
If heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied, illuminate the nose on their vacancy signs. If there's no one beside you when your soul in
wait for the hook.
Then I'll follow you into the dark.
He's following you into the dark, but you may go into the dark, but Shohei's not going to follow you. So we got to get some Savage Garden. Yes, I do agree, because we do have this song too.
If you do not want to see me again, I will.
Oh, come on, no commercial. That was the hook. Damn it, YouTube, you suck. I had that video on pause, and then when I replayed it, then that's see. Here we go.
I would understand.
See, that's going to be Angel fans too. You got to step back off that ledge, my friend, because we're not going to follow him in the end. Let's see. Spent all that fucking money to be that bad. Exactly. Don't let the umpire decide a game. I agree, Mateo. That's what I'm trying to talk about. Folks, remember, my girlfriend is learning about the game. Her comments will leave her alone. Let's see. If I'm being realistic, Ohtani is not going to be able to keep his hitting and batting. I imagine he'll convert to only hitting in 3 or 4 years. Andrew says, fuck ESPN. They need to get rid of Stephen A. Smith. I sure agree. Let's see. Laugh out loud. Stephen A. Smith before you even said ESPN. I want to split the umpire's face. Let's see. I can't stand Mad Dog Chris Russo. Yeah, it's another guy. He goes, I'm old, and I only root for the Giants because I was a kid when the Giants were in New York, and I love New York. And he sucks, dude. That guy's terrible. Absolutely 100% correct on Stephen A. Smith. Get that ass clown off TV. And Mad Dog. Anna says, fuck MLB umpires, a bunch of douchebags who don't care about the game. We need robot umpires, and I don't know about that take. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see, 7 out of 8 losses right there for Anna. Also, R. Martinez says, so is Senyo. Let's see. Sanera for Ohtani. I don't think he liked that birthday gift this series. He talks too much crap about the Clippers, and it's gut-wrenching when he talks in circles. Exactly. ESPN returned the clowns, Stephen A., Perkins, and Malika. Yeah, Perkins is terrible, too. Let's see also exactly the part of the MFer week shit. I never watch ESPN, to be honest. That shit is garbage. ESPN has taken a major dump in the last, I'd say, 5 to 7 years. They used to be good. I think it all started when Greeny and Golick, when Greeny effed over Mike Golick. I thought that was the shadiest crap I ever saw. And Greeny's a big-time douchebag for that. But and I never liked their show either. They were too cheesy, and ESPN never talked about the West Coast unless the Dodgers were in the playoffs and the Lakers. I mean, and that whole network just loves basketball. They can't stop talking about basketball, even though basketball ratings are in a shitter. Let's see. Also, and Kwame gets bashed all these years, but Stephen A. never does, and that's the truth. I mean, if you think about what, because some people don't like Kwame because he cusses too much, but if you think about what he says in between the cussing, he's straightforward with everything. You know what I mean? And I generally respect his takes a lot more than anything that comes off of ESPN. I think we need to. I think we should all boycott the Angels game until Artie is gone. Don't give him another dime. He needs to go. Artie had huge offers, but his ego got the best of him, and the MLB should have got rid of Artie. Well, they didn't want to because he's a minority, and B, he has unfinished business supposedly. He should have left. Stephen A. opinions never mattered. James Malusse. Stephen A. is a crybaby. I mean, Smith. Stephen A. also talks football, tries to. Stephen A.'s handlers tell him what to say. I agree with that. Ashley Brewer and Neil Everett got laid off. Those are two big names. Christopher Train says both of them, Stephen A. Smith and the Angels owner, is irrelevant. I like that. Thank you, ESPN and Steve A. Smith are pure garbage. ESPN hasn't been good since the 90s. Exactly. Dan Rio says, can't stand when Fox put him on TV for his opinion. He's a racist, bigot, typical leftist, elite piece of shit. R. Martinez says Stephen A. Smooth or Smoth or yeah. Also, Jack Chandler says he bashed how Trout. We know he always gets hurt. Yeah, again, he has no premise or background on baseball. I don't know why he even attempts to talk baseball. He's terrible. Let's see. Also, these comments went crazy right here. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Both the Clippers and the Angels have similar issues. When you talk about injuries, stars can't perform. Would be interesting to see, and that's the thing too. What they're doing is the same as load management, and that's why both of them perform crappy. Even former MLB players were calling out Stephen A. Smith for that shit, and it's just wonderful that he didn't get fired. Stephen A. has a job that Schilling got the boot for the truth. Exactly. Francisco Lindor strikes out again tonight, 0 for 4. Skip Bayless because he's always single. Angels need to get it together. They sure do, Eric. Also, Seahawks versus Packers, end of August, Lambeau Field. That will be an upset too. Go, Pack, go. I don't know about that. Let's see. Also, soundboard. Also, keep in mind we won 11 of 14, but we've been losing 11 of 14 right now. And then there's also balls, and Phil Nevin.
Tonight, it's time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and
Phil Nevin. Also, we got to get into what Angel Central's talking about right here. That's called a losing streak. All right, you guys, let's listen up. We lost the game yesterday. If we lose one today, that's 2 in a row. If we lose one tomorrow, that's called a losing streak. So, yes, you guys. So 3 in a row. Also, Mateo says, we lost the game on Monday. Well, yeah, we already got that one. Balls, and this whole team is an ump. Also, jeez. How will you lose on Friday to the Dodgers? I wonder. What do you think it will be? I don't know. Philosophy will definitely screw that up. Mateo, boy, how can these guys lay off the pitches that close? Exactly. Let's get into that one right there, too, because that's another one right there.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed. Ball 4. Ball 8. Low, and Vaughn has walked the bases loaded on 12 straight pitches. Boy, how can these guys lay off pitches that close?
Richard says the pretty bad making a bet with Angels fan and tell him that you have to do it. All you have to do is win 80 games. He said, no, I'm not that stupid. It has to be 78. Taco Nozzle and Blue Moon, here I come. Taco Nozzle's good, by the way. I love their tacos. If you haven't had them, try the one in Bellflower. There's also one in Whittier, La Mirada, I guess, but it's really good, or is it La Habra? Let's see, AC. I keep saying AC. Angel Central says, doesn't Bob Melvin know you can't use your closer 3 games in a row? Yeah, interesting concept right there. Bullpen pitchers are not allowed 3 games in a row, apparently, but other teams do it. Trade package Neto and Ohtani for Judge. Hell no. Neto is this version of freaking Derek Jeter. You watch. He's going to be a freaking leader. I love that guy. Management blows. Nevin doesn't chase wins. Then get the fuck out of here, bro. I want a manager who wants to win no matter what he's chasing or running. Preach, Adrian. Mateo says, you don't think as a team. You don't play as a team. You don't even lose as a team. You all got your head so far up your ass. You don't even know if you're coming or going, right? I think that's how it ends up. I got to find that one real quick because otherwise it's just a...
One more loss, which could have been a win. You call yourselves professionals. I have never, ever seen a worse group of 25 players. You don't think as a team. You don't play as a team. You don't even lose as a team.
Exactly. This game is emotional damage, Anna, and it's too much. Sometimes I just want to just be like, oh.
Emotional damage.
Phil Nevin is starting to lose it. Also, I'm sad I'm going to miss the playoffs yet again. Don says, Todd, laugh out loud. What you mean tennis is good, way better than this? Well, I've never gotten into tennis. I'm sorry. I never strayed too far from the four major sports. Let's see. Also, I heard someone got injured last night, and with that Bally's Sports hit it. I love that we're calling out for sound bites. I love it. Let's see. I love it. Really my favorite sport over baseball at this point until the Angels are good again. Well, you have plenty of time to watch the tennis, Don. I'm not critiquing you and your love for tennis. Everyone's got their own thing. That's good. I mean, as long as you don't say it's a WNBA, we're good. It's your boy says, Todd always got me laughing with these impersonations of the Angels broadcast. Thank you. After review, the call of the field is overturned. The receiver's hands cross the palm. Result of the play is a touchdown. What do we get for Ohtani? Who the freak knows right now? Because we could be asking way too much and pricing ourselves out, and he'll walk anyway, and we won't get nothing. Let's see. Also, we could win the World Series and lose Ohtani, so either way, we are losing him. Dude, if we could just get to the wild card, I'd be happy. When can I have a meaningful baseball in August and September? I haven't seen meaningful baseball. Well, we really thought you were going to get it this year, Mateo, because of the sell, but that didn't obviously happen. On a serious note, is trivia coming back? Yes, it is. It is coming back this month. Called Strike 3 Challenge. I think they should do a trial run in the minors. Player taps top of his helmet when it's called a strike on strike 3 and check the replay for the computer strike zone. Verifies the challenge. We'll see, man. We'll see because these guys aren't getting any better. Phil Nevin needs to go. What are they waiting for Ohtani to leave? Yes, they are, and Drizzle. When's hockey season? I need another team to bitch about. If we lose Ohtani, Bally's will literally not be able to operate. For God's sake, they had a fucking intro for Ohtani's birthday tonight. Laugh out loud. I have never seen that ever in my 40 years of watching. And what's not only that, they have cartoons about this man. It's like, hey, guys, have you seen Ohtani? Ohtani pitches tonight. It's like, hey, it's Angels baseball tonight, but let's just show Ohtani in the background of city stuff from the Los Angeles and Anaheim area. Hey, guys, welcome into San Diego Stadium where the Padres are hosting the Ohtanis. The Los Angeles Ohtanis of Anaheim are playing the San Diego Padres. If you act now, you can get your 7th bobblehead of the year of Shohei Ohtani as you get your munchie meal at the door. Your gift certificate takes $1 off the $14 meal. We'll announce the starting lineups when we come right back. First, commercial.
Whopper, 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 Whopper.
And because of that broadcast, we are all...
Wow, winning.
Let's see, how the fuck is Squid still here and Cabbage isn't? I don't know. The simplest of questions to be answered, or the things that make sense as an organization, don't make sense because we do the exact opposite. It's like, no, let's call Adele up here for while Renfro's having his baby, just for one game to start and then send him right back down. Trey Cabbage is killing it the entire time. We've never seen him before. We have a definite hole at first base because Urshela's hurt. Rendon's always hurt. We had to go out and get Moustakas. Oh, yeah, we had to go get Moustakas. Even though we have a power hitter hitting the same as Adele, let's go out and get Moustakas. Oh, and by the way, we have Soto down there. We have Stefanik. Let's call up Stefanik and not play him. And then send him right back down. Keep Fletcher up who's not hitting. But Stefanik can't play defense, but we need Squid to play defense but no offense. And let's not bring up Trey Cabbage. And let's bring up a guy like the guy who pitched yesterday with a 10 ERA in the minors, might add, and then just came up and shit the bed. Let's bring a rookie in the game in a 2-run game so that we're not close and not chasing wins. So again, if it makes sense, how dare you question philosophy? How dare I talk back about it? I'm not a manager.
How dare you?
So I don't know what goes on. I don't know the team. Apparently he's got the pulse on the team. And by the way, Andrew, I love you. I know you're a Padre fan. If you're still listening, this isn't for you. It's not for your hometown. It's just for the Padres.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
And I remember them calling or naming San Diego after something. What was it?
They named it San Diego, which of course in German means a whale's vagina.
And by the way, we are streaking the wrong way.
Sorry, we're going streaking through the quad and into the gymnasium. Come on, everybody!
It's not a good look on the organization to make managerial hirings in consecutive years. I get it, Mateo, but when you have an egregious manager who sucks ass, I was on that boat with you, Mateo, but he needs to go now. I picked the Dodgers over the Padres because we live in L.A. metro area. Oh, man. Let's see. Nate Hustle says, what if even was that trade for with the Moose? I think we gave up a Crow, one of our Coleman Crow or something like that. Not like they haven't done that in the last decade. What's the difference? Don Hammond says, I never root for the Padres ever. Angels fans are idiots. What the fuck are we doing? We're so weak and weaseling onto another fan base. Laugh my ass off. I feel bad for all the Bally's clowns being forced to Otani propaganda on a nightly basis. It's got to be painful. Mateo says, Todd, I watched your live from yesterday. I would be okay with letting go of Rendon. We need to pull out of the stops and go with the youth movement. I agree, Mateo. That's why. And I am glad you agree there, too. I'm hoping the organization agrees. Cabbage at first, Moose at third. They need to stop rotating Squid and Renifo. The combo obviously isn't working. Yeah, those two guys are also part of the dead weight that need to go. I hate to say it because I did like Renifo last year, but he has not replicated what he's done last year, and I think that's why he gets a free pass this year because he was carrying the team, if you remember, in July, August, and September last year. But he's nowhere close to that. He's nowhere close. He's gone back to the Renifo that was the Renifo from 4. We should have a Pizza Mania night when they come back from the All-Star break. I'm down, Alex. I'm even down this weekend because they won't be playing. So if you want to set something up, man, get a few guys together. I'll meet at Pizza Mania for sure. That's only 5 minutes from my house. Nate Hustle says, I'm sick of these high-end contracts too. 3 to 4 year deals seem more legit than 12-year $300 million. Like, dude, what the fuck? I agree. See which one's Cabbage again. He's our first baseman, Eric. He's down there in AAA. You might want to take a look at him. He's pretty good, Trey Cabbage. Sim says, you all are too naive thinking that this organization under Artie would even know what to do with prospects from a trade, let alone develop them. Smart thing, move Rendon and Trout and build around Otani. Well, Sims, I disagree. I think with Epler, yes, you're completely right. And he fucked up the minor league system. But under Perry, at least, say what you want about him, the minors are pretty strong right now. They, ESPN and all those other networks I talk shit about ranked the major league, the Angels at 26 this year. Yet the Dodgers were in the top 3. And we do know they have resources. But when they brought up their pitching resources, their hitting resources are hitting too. Their ERAs for their pitchers are all in the 7s and 8s. They're not really getting the job done right there. They've been shitting the bed, but it seems like most of the guys we've pulled up this year have done the job and have done the job pretty good and have performed a lot earlier than a lot of the Dodger prospects. So there is something to the managing down there. There is something towards the way Perry has drafted. A lot of his draft picks have come through the system really, really fast. So we'll see what happens moving forward, but a complete rebuild is needed. Well, let's see. We lost 3 in a row. That's a losing streak. Andrizzle says lost 11 out of 15. They're going to be under 500 by the break. Andrizzle says it's a pretty good bet right now. Just posted my Angels tickets for Celebrity Stunnings. You're probably going to lose about 40% on the value. That's if Otani wants to be in a rebuild. No one wants to be. He wants to win right now, dude. And I agree. I don't think he's going to. Dude, I'm telling you, I was thinking there was a 10 to 20% chance that he was going to stay. I'm all now on board with he's leaving. See, my parents hate when I talk negative about the Angels when I get to call against us. They think that I'm small when I blast an umpire for the lack of judgment. Jacob says, trade him before we get nothing for him, and it will just be memories. And that's where I get right there, too. I will follow you, Shohei, into the dark, Justin Option says. Let's see. Richard says, what's funny is why do all the Angel fans focus on the Dodger hate? Not in your league, so focus on your team. Like Flipper fans worried about the Laker hate, focus on your Angels. Dodgers will crash. I get it, Richard, but think about this. I'm not a Clipper fan. I'm not a Laker fan. But I will say this. As long as they're in the same building, as long as they're in the same city, you kind of do want to be better than them, and you kind of do take shots at them, and they take shots at you. Clippers cover up the championship banners. What do the Lakers do? They said it was selfies. Yankees hate the Mets. Mets hate the Yankees. Yankees have way more championships, but they're in their city, sort of, and they go against each other. And with the Angels and Dodgers, we're not in the same city. We're not. Geography 101. We're not. But the thing is, we once were. And there's always been that big brother, little brother thing. And the Dodgers brought their shit from Brooklyn, had their trophies there, did their World Series stuff in the 80s for the most part, haven't done anything as far as winning World Series and being those title teams that they were, because let's face it, they haven't won a real World Series since 88. So you couple that all with just the fact that you do want to outdo your rival, because for a while there I had Dodger friends in the early 2000s that were pissed off that the Angels were much better. I mean, if you look at our 2002 run through 2009 and into 2010, we were far better than the Dodgers. Record-wise, playoff appearances, you name it, we were way better. It flip-flopped in the 2010s. The Dodgers got better. Artie Moreno's shit show started to take over the team. That's where the change started. So then we went back to being jealous and envious of them. We got over our shit, but then it just reared its ugly head again. We never won that second World Series to legitimatize the franchise. And the Dodgers got their crap together, got their organization together, and then kept building and then making playoffs after playoffs after playoffs. And that's on them. They did the job. They did the work. They put the money in. They spent smart. They scouted smart. We, on the other hand, not so much. I'm not disagreeing with you, Richard, and that's fine if you don't. But I keep an eye on them because I hate them. I hate Dodger fans. I hate the organization. I wish they'd go back to Brooklyn. See, Cuero and Ohapi next year. Cuero might be up this year if our boy Wallach keeps hitting like this. Nate Hustle says, no, I'm still going to the game on July 22nd against the Pirates. Win or lose, I don't care. And that's cool. Just bring your weapons and your pepper spray and your body armor, and you'll be all right. See, Andrew says, I've never been a trade Ohtani guy, but what other options do we have? Other than freaking letting him walk, that's it. See, also, where can I message you the old people Twitter accounts? Just hit me up on ToddFox on Instagram or on Facebook under, ToddFox. Also, Anna says, you can't be positive when we lose like this. Exactly. Fuck robo-umps. I'll take the shitty calls once in a while. It favors us, Jacob says. Extra smelly pussy network. Wow. Let's see. Also, Argentina says Angels team needs to be cut open. It'll hurt at first, but it'll heal nice after. Yeah, just give it a couple of years. It'll be fine. Your drunk Harry Carey is better than Russo, Stephen A. Smith, and Joe Buck together. You mean the one where I sing? Yeah, I'll sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" in a minute. Simple Angel fans, Charlie Brown, Lucy is the entire Angels from the top to bottom. Come on, Charlie Brown, kick the football. We'll make the playoffs. Charlie Keith. I love that. That's a good comparison, Richard. Also, Todd, are you still going to the game on August 19th? Yes, I'll be there. I'll be there no matter what. Demetrio says, try the Moon and Kick Back by Savage Garden. Goes pretty sad too, LOL. Let me try that one real quick. Let's see. The Mood. That's a new one. I haven't heard that one. Savage Garden. Oh, man, I can't believe we're doing all these Savage Garden songs, but it is what it is. Savage Garden, Moon and Back, Lee Thomas. Let's see who this guy is. Oh, here's an acoustic cover. Let's get to the hook.
Her inside, guess she knows from the smiles and the look in their eyes. Everyone's got a theory about the bitter one. They're saying Mama never loved her much and Daddy never keeps in touch. That's why she shies away from human affection. But somewhere in a private place, she packs her bags for outer space. Now she's waiting for the right kind of pilot to come.
Oh, man, she's waiting for the right pilot to come? Well, we're waiting for the right team to come. We've packed our things for a shuttle ride. I like that song. It's not bad. Johnny says, that's it. This team's done. I swear this organization is cursed. Stephen A. deserves calling out. Anna says, also Trotter here says, I just watched Joey Chestnuts eat 32 Big Macs. I'd be shitting for a month. Dude, Joey Chestnut, I mean, imagine if you had a microphone in freaking his restroom. It would sound like this.
What the fuck did I do wrong?
There you go. AAA Angels. What do we get for Ohtani next year? We could have got last year. Yeah, you do. There's no way. There's no way you're going to get anything close to what you could have got last year. Tony Rendon on the aisle again with a fractured mangina, Yeet says. By the way, Yeet, you never messaged me about hooking up everyone over there at Cal State Fullerton. I wanted to get into that with you. If you can rap me or send me a message or something, we'll talk about that if you're still down. I got a good Whopper umpire can. Oh, geez. Mateo says, Todd, can you please tell Grill Master to stop wishing death on players? Yeah, I try to do that. In the message board, and he sometimes goes off right there. Evan says, Rendon has a straight-up cooch, not even a mangina. Eric says he should have been fired literally after the brawl last season. That was Nevin. Jim says, no more girly man Ohtani sunscreen ads on the Jumbotron next year. Will Netto Batman eye black? That would be pretty cool, but you'll probably get Burger King.
Whopper, 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 Whopper.
That's probably all you're going to get. Who's at first, Nevin or Thames? Circus music again tonight. Circus music plays a lot for the Angels. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad with the Angels. Hey, let's go back to the last series. Did you see the home runs? No, Bally's is going back to the Colorado series. They're like, hey, did you know we scored 25 runs? Mickey Moniak went 5 for 5. That's what they like to do. Bob Melvin is a good manager, but his challenge now is egos and managing multi-millionaire players. Yeah, he was used to doing it in Oakland. Let's see. I bet he will if he leaves. Imagine if Steve Cohen bought the Angels, we'd be much better. Any guy that would just buy the Angels in general, this team would be a lot better. I will never recover if I see Ohtani in Dodger blue. That's going to be hard to see, dude. How do you feel about the Angels picking up Cody Bellinger? Look, if we're not going to play Trey Cabbage, I don't understand. I mean, maybe if we were closer in the standings, I'd say go for it, but I don't know, man. I just don't know. Richard says, grew up in Cyprus. I know the history. Oh, I'm not telling you don't, Richard, so no offense. Trout has no trade clause, but he can ask for what he wants. Maybe trade him to the Giants, who are longing for a superstar for a long time now. That would make sense. Halos are the original team in LA. Google it. Also, Matt and I wouldn't go to a Dodger game because we didn't want to get shot by Dodger fans. Native says Artie is the new Frank McCourt. He's been the Frank McCourt for a while. Joseph says some of y'all are so dramatic about going to Dodger games. There's only problems when you're looking for them. We go every year to each stadium with no issues. And that's fine, Joseph. I mean, again, I go in Angel gear. I've been talked shit on, and that's fine. I put up with it. But the thing is, it's sort of just a stab at them. We are being dramatic. But they do. I mean, if you challenge them to a fight, they will fight. You can challenge Angel fans to a fight, and they'll be like, "Man, kick back, dude." Like there's no like dog in them. Like they're easily provoked, And then again, I'll challenge you to Joseph to tell me any other team outside of maybe the Yankees, maybe the Mets, that have murders like at their stadiums and, you know, people getting knocked out friggin', you know, on a nightly basis. I mean, they fight each other. So have you ever been out in the freaking, just go out to the pavilion in an opponent's jersey and see what happens. And tell me that those aren't the most respectful fans you've ever seen. I'm just saying. Silent E says, is it time for the Titanic theme yet? It's getting close. I'm getting my violin warmed up as we speak. Oh, snap. Draft is in 2 days. Hopefully this dude will be on our squad this September. Mateo says, oh, yeah, it's copyright. Never heard of any of their fans beating up a guy until the brain dead besides Dodger fans. So maybe you shouldn't go outside anymore since there's crimes happening every day. True, we do live in California. Who doesn't prosecute? It's people, just saying. But I'm just saying, I mean, look, they never used to have metal detectors full time up until I would say maybe 4 or 5 years ago, maybe even less. I just remember them busting them metal detectors out when the Yankees and Dodgers would come. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. Also, holy cow, 23 blasts and 63 RBIs. That's huge numbers. Mateo says, I'm saying this right now. We won't make the playoffs this year. You're probably right. It's not breaking news, but yeah. And you're still scared of Dodger fans? Nope, not scared of them. Have a lot of Dodger friends, unfortunately. Do we cut Trout or do we trade him? Problem is a team won't pick up his contract. You never know. Yes, sir, it was Chestnut. Never said it was scared of anything. Oh, you guys are going back and forth. The 25 game was our World Series this season, 25-run game. Eric Worth says, I wonder if Roger will call in sick tomorrow. No, Roger will just say,
If you're a so-called Angel fan, if you're a Halo honk for life like me, then shut up. We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
No negativity anymore. I can't stand it anymore. Did Papa Fox watch a game? Here's the thing about my dad. And my dad is a lifelong Angel fan. And I'm a third-generation Angel fan. Him and my grandpa used to go to games at Wrigley Field. The thing is, with his team, it's disgusted him so much because of last year's incompetence. It's like like I said the other night, I've invited him over and over to come to a game, and he hasn't come. So I'm telling you, he's upset. He watches every game, but he's just upset. Let's see. Dodgers fans press Angels fans. Trust me, I've been there. They pressed me in the restroom, in the parking lot. Let them act like assholes. F them with a capital F. Exactly. If we had Bellinger, we'd have two high players. Hey, did you see me hit that ball, Nevin? Nevin! And then Bellinger would be like, bro, I saw it. That was great. See, Giants and Dodgers, other team always have an easy schedule. They do. Dodgers fan once tried to start something with my 13-year-old brother. And that's to this day when I went to a Raider game at the Coliseum and versus the Seahawks. And the Seahawks were losing the game. I think it was 26-13 or something like that. And it was the third quarter. And all of a sudden we scored a touchdown. We got a punt return for a touchdown, and then when the Raiders were driving, Schrader fumbled, and we returned it all the way for a touchdown. And back then there was no 2-point conversions, so we scored a touchdown and went up 8 points. And there was only like a few minutes left. And my dad is a Packer fan, and he only took me because I had a Trucker Seahawk hat on, and we were sitting in the nosebleeds, and the Raider fans were throwing shit at my dad and me. And they told my dad, if the Raiders lose this game, we're kicking your ass. And I'm literally like 11 or 12 years old, and my dad's like, we got to go. And that turned me off. I turned on my hatred for the Raiders like that. Like I was like, fuck the Raiders and their fans when they were in LA. I don't care about them now. I mean, one of my good friends, obviously, James, is a Raider fan. But that hatred started it for me with the Raiders back then, and then when they were in our division, and the Dodger one for me was seeing stupid Kirk Gibson hit that home run, and my dad literally cried, and he hated Oakland, but he after the Angels choked in '86, and the Dodgers got that lucky World Series against Oakland. Oakland should have mashed them, but that's a story for another day. And then all the crap that I saw him when he would take me to work with him on weekends that his Dodger buddies at work would give him. And my dad was never good at comebacks. My dad was like a short, version of me, very kind of nerdy, like still is. Nice guy. Never says anything bad. The worst he'll do is yell at a TV. Couldn't hurt a fly. And he just took it, and they were relentless on my dad. And that started my hatred for the Dodgers. Like, I was just like, fuck the Dodgers, And you're going to go after my dad. And then I've had a couple bad experiences at games. So, yeah. I've never have been a fan of the Dodgers or their fans. Let's see. Let me get down here. Also, Roger won't call in sick. He will be saying the season starts Thursday.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Angels will get to 95 wins. Damn. Hey, Angels Central is honking that honk. Also, Dodger fan on Yahoo told me to meet him in the Yard House for calling them asterisk champions. Well, you weren't lying. That is the truth. I'm trying to work out, but you keep mocking the TV guys and I can't focus. I'm sorry, Dimitro. Your dad is a wise man, Todd. Old folks don't have time for this, especially on Twitter, apparently. A janitor mopping a bathroom is more mesmerizing than the Angels. Richard says, let's go. Let's get the 80 wins first at Angels Central, then we'll talk. Ray Ochoa says, to make the playoffs, the Angels would have to go 45-26 after the break, which I don't see happening. That is true. Raider fans are a different breed. They sure are. Anyone who would assault another fan over a game is seriously ignorant. And that's my thing, too. I've never understood that. Like, I can understand sibling rivalries and you punch your brother and stuff like that. And I'm talking about brother as in physical brother. But when you take it to another level like that, or because my thing has always been, I could trash talk with you at a bar, at a game, and I don't go personal, I don't go racist, nothing like that. You keep it 100 with me, I'll keep it 100 with you, and at the end of the day, the one that gets the last laugh from the crowd that's surrounding us when we're going back and forth, hey, I'll buy you a beer, man. Beer's on me, dude. That was fun. That was funny. That was cool. You know your shit, I know my shit. Laugh it off, hug it out, whatever you want to do. But taking it to a physicality part is stupid. I've never understood that. I can't understand it to this day. And you're going to beat someone up over a game that you're not even playing. And even if you purchase the tickets and go to a game, what right does that give you to freaking beat somebody up? Now, I understand if you're in a game and someone throws something and hits your girl, hits your child, disrespects you in a way that, okay, everyone's got their limits, then okay. Then all bets are off. I don't fault you for it. But don't be the one that starts the shit. Don't be the one that throws the beer, that name calls the wife, or accidentally hits the kid or pushes a kid. Don't be that guy. Because again, I will always side with the person defending their family or themselves if wronged. But I'm never going to be on the side of a guy who starts the shit. Now, if you're just going to walk up to somebody because they're wearing another jersey of the team and you're going to call them a bitch, well, you deserve to get what you get after that. I mean, if that's the best you've got, if you're going to walk up to me and be like, haha, wrong stadium, fool, you guys are getting your ass kicked tonight, I'll be like, we'll get you next time, or I'll say something about their team or whatever like that. But don't disrespect me, and don't disrespect any other fan. I think that's where fans need to chill and bring it back. And especially if you know you got a temper and a big mouth, don't be drinking that Bud Light if you still drink that stuff. And don't be drinking any other kind of beer that'll get you tipsy to say something. Because, again, you say something else like that in front of the wrong person, and they're going to be like,
you son of a bitch.
And then you get your ass knocked out. And then you're on TikTok for all the wrong reasons. Mateo says, 7-1 for tickets, 7-1 for tickets. Eric says, if something like that were to happen in the stands, my sister would probably attack whoever. I got cerebral palsy, so my sister protects me. And you know what, Eric? I'm happy you have that backing. And you know, anyone that would take a shot at anyone disabled in any way deserves to get their ass kicked too. Trust me. My stepdaughter has Down syndrome. Anyone takes a shot at her, I'll kick their ass. Eric Ward says, we can talk shit all we want, but actually fighting over a team, sorry, don't get it. It's a fucking game. Grow up. Exactly. Adrian says, that's why I have Disney Pass. Disneyland does not disappoint, and I don't have load management on my ass. Love it. I think Randy is missing a good lecture on self-control right now. Oh, shit. That is good. He's like,
how dare you?
Let's see. Silent Lee says, at least they had some fight in tonight's game. Nothing like Dodger fans, I guess. But at least they didn't lay down and die like Phil Nevin would. Not chasing wins in a 2-run game is bullshit. I agree. Richard Thurman says, keep it up. Good work, Todd. Just don't try to kick that football. Save yourself. Good night. Have a good night, Richard. Appreciate you. Guys, if you want to call in, 714-598-3221. We'll take a couple phone calls before we get out of here. Also, who the fuck throws a pickoff with 2 outs, let alone at second base with the bases loaded? Focus on the batter, please. I didn't even bring that up. That's a great call. That is a great call. Todd, amen, brother. You got to protect your daughter. Exactly. It's the Halo Honk line.
Hey, Todd.
Hey, what's up, my man?
So guess what?
Uh-oh, what?
I had someone, Shirley Temple, was at the beach yesterday on 4th of July, and I caught a bunch of waves yesterday at the beach.
Okay. But was there any women action?
So yeah, I got like a bunch of pictures with them yesterday at the beach.
Okay.
And then at the end of the day, I went to my friend's house and we just chilled out for a little bit before a party we went to. And then at the party, I was like, okay, I'm going to drink so many more Shirley Temples. And so I did. And then I started dancing, and all these girls were like dancing with me. And I spun like 4 girls last night.
Wow.
On the dance floor. And then I just like kept on dancing and like having more Shirley Temples. And then at the end of the night, I was like, okay, I'm getting sick of just dancing with girls. So I started asking girls to like kiss and stuff. But some of them were like, oh, we have boyfriends, or like, oh, stuff like that. So I was like, damn it, this is not my night tonight. And then this takes a big twist. I kept on having Shirley Temples. I was dancing. It was like, I got more spins and like stuff like that. And then I was just drinking a Shirley Temple. I was standing on the side because the party was like coming to a close.
Mm-hmm.
My friends turn around. These kids are like talking shit on them. They're like, hey, don't talk shit on us. And the kids are like, whoa, what are you talking about? And then the kids are like, talk shit back. No. And then they like push my friends push back. And then this big fight breaks out. And it like pushes back into me. And I'm like, should I jump in? And I'm like, I have my fist ready.
And you started dancing?
No, and I was like, oh, I should have jumped in. And then my friend, I go where the fight's going. I follow the fight. I look to my right. My friend full on kicks the guy in the face. And I'm like, holy shit, bro, you got in like so many fights today. Like, calm down, calm down. And then I was like, fuck, I should have gotten that fight tonight. And then we had to leave because the cops were like, get out. And then I just had to leave with my friends because that's who my friends gave me a ride home. And it was just, I was like, fuck, I should have gotten that fight. But yeah, it was pretty cool seeing a like fight on the 4th of July because I was like, oh, I couldn't got in with my bros and like fuck some kids up. But next time.
Next time, exactly. And next time I want pictures of you dancing while you're fighting.
I was gonna take a video of me dancing on like the party and stuff, but then I was like, man, I don't feel like it. But then I was like, yeah, I should have videoed the fight and like sent it to Todd and see what he thinks. Cause I was like right there. I was like, holy shit, I'm right here, like but I could have jumped in and fucking got a couple punches in. Because I called my friends this morning. One of my friends said, yeah, he jumped in the fight. And then my other friends were on it, and I'm like, oh, I'm the only guy left out of the fight. I was like so mad.
Well, then next time you got to walk in there and just start a fight with the first person you see. Just start something. But drink the Shirley Temples first.
Yeah, if someone's talking shit on me behind my back, be like, go press them, and then be like, push them, and then see what they do. And if they push back, then throw the first one.
Wow,
it's
winning.
With all my friends and stuff.
Awesome. Okay.
Yes, sir. But I had a good 4th of July. Sucks the Angels couldn't win on 4th of July or any of these games, but hopefully we beat the Doyers this weekend. And I'll call in Friday night and go Angels.
Go Angels. Can't wait. There's Big Hammer right there checking in. As always. Let's see. Hammer's getting the oh geez. I always wanted to kick the shit out of a fan that runs over the kid to catch a foul ball. Yeah, I hate that too. Eric says, Todd, amen, brother. Protect your daughter as well. Can we get some Savage Garden going? I think we can. Well, after the advertisement, we can. Hold on a second. And I got to get us to the queue. Hold on. Here we go. Let's get it right here.
And I wanna lay like this forever
until the season falls down on me. And then we got to play this one too, because.
And she'll say to him, she's saying, I would fly you to the moon and back if you'll be my baby.
He would fire to the moon and back if you'd be his baby. Wow. Those some deep ones right there. Also, damn, that was Snoop Dogg there with the Shirley Temples. You mean...
So we're looking at that word and saying, hey bud, let's party. Where'd you get this jacket?
Also, the caller tells some real whoppers.
Whopper, 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 whopper.
Let's see. Also, he did what? He spinned them. Also, the Duke can party. Wow, this guy has some stories. Reminds me of junior high. This caller has more stories than the Empire State Building. He's 17, Eric. Also, homie called up to just started telling a story irrelevant to the Angels. Also, this guy is high every time. Oh, he's on Shirley Temples. But did you get the numbers, Mountain Dew King? That's what I forgot to ask. The caller has more stories than the Highway Patrol. Dodgers have won escaping that bases loaded situation. Damn. Also, who gives a fuck about the Dodgers? Let's see. He's not of age. That's why he's drinking Shirley Temples. Nathan says, I hate the Angels. We had a top 10 bullpen. Now we have a top 26 bullpen. Nevin got tossed. This is just a shit show. I fucking hate the Angels, but will always love them. And it's a love-hate relationship. That's how it's come down to. High school is for slamming beers and clapping cheeks. Bro, step your game up, Hammer. I'm trying to call in and say what's up. Oh, call in, Eric. It's 714-598-3221. No Snapchat number or nothing. Wow, you struck out right there, my man. You struck out, Hammer, but I want to hear from my boy here, Eric from Seattle. I think he's in the Seattle area. I have to probably, if he's a Seahawk fan, might have to hang out with him at a Seahawks game. But don't you worry about the Angels, because why?
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Oh, no! We suck again!
Oh, yeah. We do suck again tonight. Angels fall to the Padres. Get the sweep performed on them. And I was the dumbass that, what was I again? I was the dumbass who called the Angels sweeping the Padres on our podcast. Epps says, just sad realization Ohtani will probably go to the Dodgers. I hope not. I really, really, really hope not. But he is going. I mean, again, I implore all of you that if you have access to any Angel games, Angels tickets, you try to get to as many games as you can to see your boy Ohtani and get all the giveaways that they're going to be giving of Ohtani. And if you have any Shohei Ohtani memorabilia, like say, for instance, bobbleheads, and they're in good condition and you still have the box, I would suggest keeping those. It's the Halo Honk line.
How you doing, buddy?
Hey, is this Eric?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Doing all right, bud.
So, how's the Pacific Northwest treating you, and what do you think about these Angels losing again?
Well, it's actually kind of hot here right now.
Oh, okay.
It's very hot up the beach college at the moment, but about the Angels, I don't know, but I really was hoping that it was going to be the year, because with Trout and Ohtani, I really wanted them to have something special happen to them.
Mm-hmm.
But
I agree. I mean, the problem is, you have two generational superstars. You know, one that we know is going to be a Hall of Famer. The book's still out on the unicorn if he's going to be a Hall of Famer. But you have really good players there, and we thought with the pieces that, we weren't exactly doing jumping jacks when they got your Drurys and all these other guys, or Shellas, but we felt maybe these are the guys that are going to help put them over. And then we had high expectations like I did for Suarez. I thought Sandoval was going to be good. I thought Detmers was going to tear it up this year. And just everything that can go wrong along with the coaching has gone wrong.
yeah. And then, we're starting to kind of get things going out here in Seattle finally, but we're starting to win some games out here.
Yeah, the Mariners look a lot better. I mean, I picked them to finish second. I'm obviously wrong on that, but, who knows? I mean, DePoto might pull some crazy crap at the deadline, but they are playing much better. I know they lost tonight, but I think they've won something like 8 out of 10 or something. So they're getting back in the wild card race, and, they're probably going to pass us, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and I think another team I like to watch, there's like a Houston guy that I like to follow around a lot too. I really hope that both us and Houston can somehow sneak in.
The Astros?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're getting in for sure. I think they're going to top the Rangers. They just got more depth. They're winning without Alvarez. When Alvarez comes back, man.
Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, with Alvarez there, he's a different kind of animal. He really is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because I remember last year when I was in Missouri with the family, we had to watch the first couple of games of the playoffs, and especially the first game, having him come up in the ninth inning and just hit that mammoth home run and just kind of break our hearts.
Yeah, you guys really needed. I know. There was another caller who used to call in here on Leaf from Seattle, and when he was so happy when they broke that 20-year streak of not making the playoffs, and yeah, I mean they ran into a tough Houston team. I mean, you guys gave them all you had, but in the end, in the end they had just enough scoring, and they have a championship manager over there, and I'm forgetting his name right now.
Dusty.
Yeah, Dusty Baker. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I tell you, especially that last game of the season, that one was just crazy. That one went like 18 innings, I think.
Yeah, that was a hell of a game, man. A hell of a game, and I couldn't believe it, man. But I was thinking you guys would be right back there again, but you never know. There's still a lot of time left. Because Rogers says the season starts tomorrow. So,
okay.
Well, I appreciate the call, Eric. You call in whenever you want to. You got it, my man?
All right, bud.
All right, bud. We'll see you in the comments. All right, that's Eric calling in from Seattle. Follows the Angels. Is a Mariners fan. So I respect that. Rally Chris says, I'm close to already thinking about NFL training camp this month on my birthday. I'll see while the All-Star break goes. When the second half starts, we keep losing. I'm done. I'm going to focus on the Chargers. that's the problem we've all had as fans here that like other sports, that we want the Angels to succeed. Whoa. It's the Halo Honk line.
Yo, what's up, bro?
What's going on, man?
Hey, it's it's kind of sad, man. It's like you see Ohtani, and he's gonna probably go to the Dodgers most likely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, man. It's you see it because Dodgers probably only have like 2 guys that are long contracts, which is Mookie and Freddie. And like in the rest, like even Will Smith and even Max, they only have like 1 year left. And like even Urias, he's gone after this shit too. After this year.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He's a Boris guy.
Yeah. So they'll probably all have the money and stuff.
Yeah, they actually shedded a lot of payroll this offseason. I didn't realize how many guys they let go, and they could have upped the payroll, but they've brought up a lot of their young guys, and I know Luck's going down really hurt them. Muncy's been not the hitter that he was last year. So yeah, I mean, I think you may be right, and it would really suck, because then I would be forced to root against a guy that I generally don't hate one bit. Like, I love Ohtani. He's such a nice guy. I'd hate to root against him, man. But you're wearing that Dodger blue. You're like the enemy to me.
Yeah, man. Especially like he probably is a West Coast guy. He's not like a New York guy, like a Mets guy or a Yankees guy at least. Because he's closer to Japan and stuff. Remember all those reports about that?
Yeah, I've heard those too. He prefers to play over there or over here. So it's like, like I can see him making that move, but man, I mean, if he went to San Francisco, obviously, like some other people were saying, like I would love that better, but going to the Dodgers and then hearing the hype, dude. I mean, you've been here when Noma was here, right?
No, bro, I'm like 19.
Oh, okay. Well, when Hideo Noma was here, that was like, I think it was bigger than Ohtani. Not because of the social media, because just the games were events whenever Noma would pitch. And he did one of the craziest things. He had a no-hitter up in Colorado. So, he did some pretty crazy things as a pitcher. He had a crazy, pitching stance or delivery. So if they get Ohtani, dude, oh my God, we'll never hear the end of it, bro.
But you're right, probably the Giants as well. But as well, man, like the Dodgers can probably match anything. Like probably even the Mets can match as well.
Yeah, I think the only thing that would hurt more him going to the Dodgers would be him going to the Mariners, because I know their owner is one of the head guys from Nintendo. And getting him up there would be enormous. But then again, we'd have to face him 12 to 13 times a year. That would really suck to see him down here in Anaheim in a Mariners jersey.
Yeah, man.
So, I don't know, man. But are we turning it around against the Dodgers, or are we getting our ass kicked?
I don't know, man. It could be either, right? Like, you see the Dodgers and stuff, like they're fucking injured. But you already know, like even with all those injuries, with all the things, they probably will like shut us out both games.
Yep. And then they already did that here in Anaheim, and I could see that happening there, because that's a pitcher's ballpark. I mean, to shut us out here is one thing, but doing it over there is a lot easier. But damn. But all right, bro. Thanks for the call, man, and call back anytime you want to, bro.
Yeah, you too, man.
All right.
Take care.
Later. All right, there you go right there. He was a 19-year-old frustrated Angel fan. There's a lot of them that haven't seen playoff baseball. We want that to change, or at least, you could barely remember it. Dodgers are waiting just to cut our hearts out, Eric says. The enemy is the misery. Everybody wants to be the enemy. It's the Halo Honk line.
First time, long time?
Uh-oh.
Hey, didn't think I was calling, right?
Yeah. It's James.
Man, I hate this team so much. all they do is give me like pain and heartburn and whatever. I guess it's time to let the young guys play. Maybe they have more heart than others. Definitely more than Anthony Rendon, I would say.
Well, that's a given, bro.
Yeah, I'm the leader in those. If there was a league lead in, give and takes and obvious, what word am I thinking of? I don't know, but I'm the leader in saying the duh things. I don't know how much the Angels would get back for trading Ohtani. I know you mentioned it. If they did last season before the break, they did it then maybe we would have got more back. But and there was a tweet out there I read, and thanks to Courtney putting it in our chat saying, hey, the Angels would explore a trade if they were going to fall out of contention. And now it seems like, okay, this is the time. Do it right now when you have the chance. Mm-hmm. They already have your giveaway that we waited an hour in line for on Saturday. We got that already. Everybody got the giveaways you're supposed to. All the memories are there of him doing whatever and everybody else doing nothing else. You already have it.
Yep.
So I'm prepared. If they trade him, I'm prepared. August is going to be tough. And then September, you have to win. But it's just not going to happen, dude. It's not going to happen. Again, I had this team at 81-81 at 500. I had this team underachieving. I thought in the offseason nothing was done too big to make this work. I mean, Tyler Anderson's been a dud. The rotation with Sandoval, again, he's not doing well. And I don't know what happened. Maybe he has to play for Mexico every game. Or maybe you have to tell him, hey, you're playing for Team Mexico tonight. Go out there and pitch well. Detmers is off and on, mostly on lately, but they can't give him the run support. Like I always say, the three phases of a baseball team: offense, defense, pitching, and the Angels can't do any of it well. And that's what pisses me off the most. You see other teams do great. The other thing too, and stupidly, I was caught watching I think the Dodgers channel earlier today before I got back home. I was like, man, they really do a deep dive into their history. And granted, they have a lot of history. Mm-hmm. But I would love to see the Angels kind of do it. I know Gooby, I think, has a thing on Sundays where he'll talk about a moment in Angels history, but that's really it. Unless there's on this day in Angels history. There's no half-hour show or something. There was, I remember, I think the 50th year anniversary, there was some shows on it. But I think, with you doing it in the off season, you do those, player profiles. I think you're the only one that really did anything about Angel history, especially in that 60th year anniversary year where it seemed like they didn't do anything. It was hardly an diamond anniversary or whatever it is. Or not diamond, but silver? I don't know. But I would love, we can't trust our PR staff. Anyway.
We got to do it ourselves.
Off day tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. But I feel like we're going to, even without Kershaw pitching and with Dustin May getting Tommy John, I feel like, who cares if it's Ohtani's birthday, Eric? Dude, I read that today. I was like, who cares? I don't care. You know what his birthday gift is going to be? His contract in the off season. So, if it doesn't come with the Angels, let's not celebrate that. He's not going to. He's going to the Dodgers. Jinx, probably. So let the kids play, and we'll see what happens. We're always the get right team, man. We're always the get right team. And for the Padres, they needed it. They needed that. So I guess that's good for them. But I had to call in. And I was doing a show right now, and they were like, hey, how's your Angels doing, James? And I wanted to cuss so bad, but it's one of those, PC shows, and I couldn't say what I want to. I'm like, here.
Yeah.
That's now let's go to Snoop and Jack for their commercial.
Exactly. I'm playing it, by the way.
Oh yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. Oh, that's right. I can't hear it. I'm not in the studio for once. It was great seeing you and everybody else at the tailgate. Maybe we'll do one. I think in September.
Yeah, if this team is still relevant, if we haven't gone full football mode yet.
Oh God, that reminds me. The Raiders season is coming.
Yeah.
More issues. Anyway, I'll let somebody else call in. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Keep supporting this page, man. I know it's hard watching this team, but here you can say whatever the hell you want to. Other from Grillmaster, don't say stuff like that.
Yeah,
But come correct and just say what you want almost.
Exactly.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna aim low, Eric. Aim low. That's what the Angels have done all these years in a row now. Rally Chris, your Chargers suck. Screw you. All right, so I'm gonna get out of here before I start something. Later.
You got it later. That's James right there. We'll take one more. We had a couple other phone calls come in right now. We'll take one or two more. See how you feel about the Doyers series. 45% of you said get swept. Don't care is 22%. Sweep them 19. It's the Halo Hunk line.
Hey, what's up, brother? It's the lead singer of Savage Garden.
Oh, it's the lead singer. Sing me a tune.
Oh no, I'm just playing. It's Demetrio, bro. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, bro?
Good. A long-time listener, first-time caller. Just wanted to vent about yesterday's show, bro.
Go
pretty
for
much
it.
spot on. You've been saying it, and I don't think it's an overreaction. I want to just reset, trade the stars and the big money guys, and just start with the young guys. But I'm just as frustrated as you, and you saw the comments that people left. Everyone feels how you feel, bro. It's frustrating, just frustrating out here.
Yeah, it is because, I understand when you take a year or two off of the postseason run because, you've had 3 out of 5 making the playoffs and stuff like that, and you could tell that maybe the team is in a downward spiral and they got to start over because it happens a lot in football. Football you can only carry with free agency and contracts. A team from if you have a 3-year run, that's your window, and then all of a sudden you have to start over. It takes a couple of years and you could get back, but we're almost pushing a decade. We're right at pushing a decade, and it's been a long time of losing after you grew up and I grew up with a pretty good generation of winning, almost 10 years of winning, doing the opposite. So I could tell your frustration, man. We're all frustrated in this because and I'm more frustrated for the new fans, for the Angel fans that come around and like their parents were Angel fans or they've locked onto this team because they like Ohtani and Trout and they're like, damn, why can't this team turn the page and get in the postseason? And it's frustrating.
For sure. My little brother is 22 and he's a diehard Angel fan, and all he knows is the last 6-7 years. So just imagine how he feels.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, if we're not doing the basics, just manufacturing runs to win a game, and it's been the same inconsistency the last 2-3 years. It's all the evidence you need to make a drastic change. I think it's time, bro. I want to curse and be frustrated like everyone else, but I'm trying to keep it PG.
It's cool. I respect that. I had someone the other day say, man, I was raised better. That's why I don't cuss. I'm like, hey, is that a shot at me? No, but no, but just
definitely won't say that, but
yeah, no, it's cool. And it's like, it's just one of those things where, because some people told me, man, you must break a lot of shit. It's like, no, I temper myself. Like, I save my energy for out here, or if I'm at a game. Like the other day, I was quiet when we were in the pavilion because the Angels were quiet, number one, and then number two, I was so angry that I couldn't bring in the damn Thunder Sticks. I had so many to give away to our section and the kids, and I'm like, it really pissed me off that they changed their rules up on a day we go, and they did that shit on purpose. I know they did, because we've been getting under their skin lately. So I don't know why.
And honestly, those Thunder Sticks would have been great to make it more lively out there. Some of these Angels fans that show up are so dead and boring, man. But
yeah,
I guess it's just the times, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's you are what's on the field, and if the team on the field is just as bad. Look at the game we were at, that night. it was a sellout, and that was the first time I've been to an Angels game ever that was sold out and the wave wasn't started. Usually someone starts the wave, and there was no wave. It was completely dead, like you said. And if things would have worked out the way we wanted, everyone would have had thunder sticks in the pavilion, and we would have been like starting the chants with the thunder sticks, you know what I mean, in unison. And we didn't get a chance to do that, so it sucked.
Yeah, well, anyways, I wanted to tell you, I support the reset, support the page, and everyone hit the like button. Take it easy, bro.
Appreciate it, Demetrio. Thank you. That's Demetrio calling in right after a workout, apparently. So back in the OC after 2 grueling days, MT was down there in the Diego. He was down there in the city that is named after...
They named it San Diego, which of course in German means a whale's vagina.
They had the wave going at the game I went to in April. That was April. The wave sucks, but not 94.7. Yeah, I'm not a wave guy, but I do know it gets the crowd loud. It was only like an hour from the last night. The party was, he's still talking about the party. You ever hear the analogy, shit in one hand and wish in the other and see which one fills up first? That's the state of the Halo fandom. Ooh, it's tough, man. But if Bally could, they would celebrate a certain Ohtani. Boy, I hate that song more and more. But the good thing is we'll probably have a new theme song next year. So again, I really appreciate everyone calling in and messaging. As always, you guys have like the best comments and also some of the best takes. And I love going back and forth with everybody, hearing their experiences and stuff like that. And encourage all the new callers to call in some more, unless you're going to just get some more updates from from our boy Mountain Dew King, who will always let us know how much he's partying and how many Shirley Temples he's had. And we'll always get the Roger telling us,
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Oh, no! We suck again! And of course, I was pretty cocky when I wanted to get that over with, sit down, and be on with. But now that it's actually on my body and it's running up my butt right now, I kind of like...
Guy John Stamos. John Stamos
choked on me.
So there you go. There's your fill of Rogers there, too. At least we can't choke another game away. Exactly. And Friday night, live here from the studio, if you guys haven't heard yet, and I forgot to bring this up, but we'll probably announce it tomorrow, too, on the page, just to remind everybody. If you want to do the watch party with us, guess what we're calling? We're going to put ourselves through some more agony and hell watching the Angels with you. But live, you could watch it here on YouTube, as we're going to be doing the watch party like we did last month, where we watched the game. The Angels beat the Mariners in that Ohtani-Castillo matchup. We're going to be doing the Angel game here on YouTube this Friday. So be ready for that. It's likely for sure going to be me and what's it called? Dominic. It may be Fernando too. I don't know his schedule yet, but we might go with the same 3 again. So that would be fun. So again, if you guys want to check that out, we had a lot of fun last time. Check us out here on Friday. Silent E says, is Ohtani worth keeping? I hope we can keep him, but his cheap-ass Artie needs to pass luxury tax to have a chance at a good team. Unfinished business, my ass, if he doesn't go all in. Also get rid of Rendon. Or rebuild is better. As a struggling fan, it's hard to choose a side. I'm leaning towards rebuild, Silent E. Watch Angels will find out lose tomorrow on the day off. I'd be down to watch the Doyer game on Friday or Saturday, Todd. Well, maybe we could check out the Saturday one at the, what do you call it? Because Friday we'll be here at the studio, but Saturday we could do Pizza Mania. Let me know. Let's see. Eric Ward says, I hope you got plenty of beers ready for Friday. It's going to be painful. Yeah, we'll have our drinks ready. We'll be ready. But yeah, it was fun last time, so we're hoping to do the same thing this Friday. So everybody have a good rest of your night. This was a longer show. This is almost at 2 hours. So enjoy the day off tomorrow. And there's one guarantee is that the Angels won't lose tomorrow. Take care, guys.